Well, just like that, the Chicago White Sox go from riding the highs of sweeping the defending AL champion Toronto Blue Jays to navigating the lows of being swept by the Baltimore Orioles. We'll discuss the good guys, the bad guys, and the ugly guys of that series. Plus, on the Night's Watch, we'll talk about the young pitcher waiting in the wings who looked like he ready right now to be called up. And finally, the Chicago White Sox head to Kansas City, and they'll have to get their act together real quick. It's your boy Big Kev. We're going to get into it right after the intro.
Welcome to Chicago White Sox Central, your number one place for all Sox news and content.
Good morning, Chicago White Sox fans. Welcome to another episode of Chicago White Sox Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago White Sox related. It's your boy Big Kev holding it down for the South Side. Y'all already know what to do. Hit me up at Big Kev from the Shy, Big KEV from DACHI. That's over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, Sox Central Pod over on Twitter. Shy White Sox Central at gmail.com. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, like, share, and comment. We're going to get right into the content. And boy, oh boy, just when it looked like it was safe for Chicago White Sox fans to take the bag for their heads, the Baltimore Orioles came to town and put all that brouhaha to rest. Man, it felt good to watch the White Sox get 3 straight wins versus Toronto and start 3-0 for the season at home for the first time since 2004. But that's all over as they lost 3 straight to the Baltimore Orioles. And it's not that they lost, it's how they lost. We're going to get into it. But baseball is an everyday sport, so it would be crazy to get too high or too low this early in the season. And dare I say this, though, even though the Chicago White Sox did get swept by the Orioles in their 3-game set, it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. So let's get into the good guys, the bad guys, and the ugly guys. And we'll start with the good guys. And it's going to sound crazy, but starting pitching. I know starting pitching was a blight on this organization to begin the season, especially in those first 2 series versus Milwaukee and Miami. But listen, man, the Chicago White Sox starting pitching, they came to play this series versus Orioles. And frankly, had the offense showed up or the bullpen did their job, we probably would be talking about, winning 2 out of 3 instead of losing 3 straight. In game 1, for example, Eric Fetty took a tough loss, but he pitched really, really well. I mean, after Grant Taylor, I call him the super starter, the super opener. Grant Taylor did what he does in a 16 pitch, 1 strikeout, 1 hit inning. Eric Fetty gave the good guys 6 innings, 5 hits, and 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts on 86 pitches. I mean, honestly, normally those are winning numbers for a starting pitcher. But the Chicago White Sox 9th inning rally came up short in game 1, and they lost the game 2-1. I mean, what more can you ask for from Eric Fetty? He was out there doing his thing. He gave the Chicago White Sox a good 6 innings, and the bullpen actually came in and held. The offense just didn't give them any runs. 2-1 was the loss. Honestly, it was 2-0 going into the bottom of the 9th. In game 2, the beleaguered Shane Smith pitched his best game of the season. Was he perfect? Absolutely not. I mean, the kid threw 99 pitches and walked 5 batters in 3 2/3 innings. But he did strike out 5 hitters, and he didn't give up a run at all. So this was the first game of the season where Shane Smith didn't give up 1,000 runs. So I'll take it. But it was just a little too much. You just asked a little bit too much for the bullpen to go out there and pitch 5 and a third innings. Like, it just wasn't, they didn't have enough. All right, so Shane Smith, shout out to you for finally not giving up any runs, but we still need to get at least 5 innings out of you, my guy, so the bullpen can come in and do their job. Now, in game 3, Sean Burke had another solid outing. He's probably between him, I'll say Anthony K, Eric Fetty, the veterans, they've all been pretty solid, honestly, on the season. He gave us 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts, right? And he only walked 2 batters on 92 pitchers. I mean, in all 3 games, the Chicago White Sox could not have asked for more from their starters, considering how horrible they all looked in the first 2 game series of the season, right? If anything, the Chicago White Sox should have won that series versus Baltimore had it not been for the offense. We're going to move on to my next point because we'll get to the offense later. The bad guys would be the bullpen. Now, listen, the bullpen was handed the ball with the lead in 2 out of the 3 games. And honestly, they did hold their own in game 1. They lost the game 2-1, but the bullpen didn't give up any runs. But in game 2 and 3, not so much. Shane Smith didn't give up a run for the first time all season, but Sean Newcomb, Jordan Hicks, and Chris Murphy combined to relinquish 6 hits and 4 runs. I mean, it would have been nice to see Smith go at least 5 innings, but still the bullpen needed to do their job and not give up any runs. That's a tall ask. That's a big ask for the Chicago White Sox to go that deep into their bullpen so early. Because again, Smith didn't give up any runs, but he couldn't make it out of the 3rd inning. He had 100 pitches through 3 2/3. So got to do better, right? Um, then yesterday, Lucas Sims came in with the lead and proceeded to immediately give it up thanks to a pass ball by the catcher and a sacrifice fly. And then Sean Newcomb came in and gave up a late run, and that was all she wrote. But again, the bullpen they weren't ugly. They were bad, but they weren't ugly. The dubious honor of ugly goes to the offense. And man, the offense was putrid versus the Orioles. I mean, they scored a total of 6 runs in 3 games. Considering Baltimore only played a total of 11 runs in 3 games, I'd say there were plenty of opportunity for the Chicago White Sox to win any of those 3 games that they played. Now, we could be looking at a 6-game winning streak. Instead, we're looking at a 3-game losing streak, right? And in game 1, the White Sox lost 2-1, but they were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They needed to go 2 for 9 to at least force extra innings, but they couldn't get it done in the bottom of the 9th. And I can't be upset with the team for being aggressive on the base pads, but they were also caught stealing twice in that game, and they also hit into 2 double plays. Just all unfortunate events, a series of unfortunate events. If you know, you know. Now, game 2, the squad went 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. I mean, if you look at things closer, you'll see that not many batters up and down the lineup are hitting well at all. I mean, several players are hitting the 200 or lower, and only a couple are hitting 250 or better, including Chase Mydroth, our leadoff hitter, who we need to hit above 250. Peters and Acuna, Tristan Peters and Luis Angel Acuna are both also hitting above 250. But the rest of the squad is struggling, especially players that you need to not struggle, like Kosa Montgomery, like Munitaka Murakami. Now, in game 3, the offense had plenty of chances to salvage at least one win, but they went 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. I mean, their biggest chance to blow the game open when they had a 3-2 lead in the 5th inning with men on. It was a wild 5th inning. Chicago White Sox take the lead on a throwing error by the Orioles, and then up comes Benintendi. I think Chase Mydroth and Munitaka were on base because they both walked, and he struck out swinging. You cannot have that from, uh, you know, Benintendi. He's a leader he should be a leader on this team, right? He plays well at home. Last season, he had good numbers at the crib, but just not enough yesterday. And of course, the next inning, the Chicago White Sox give up the lead, and that's all she wrote. That's about as ugly as it gets, right? You strike out swinging with 2 men on. You got the lead. You can all you gotta do is basically hit a single to right field, and you'll have both of those runners score. You're looking at a 6-3 lead instead of you're looking at a 5-2 lead instead of a 3-2 lead, and then that changes the outcome of the game, or at least the the aspects of the game right there, right? But that's about as ugly as it gets. Starting pitching was solid, decent work out of the bullpen, but the offense could not get their act together. And there you have it, the good guys, the bad guys, and the ugly guys. Offense, y'all ugly as hell for what y'all did in this entire series. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Who your good guys, bad guys, and your ugly guys. Now, on the Knights watch, listen, you gotta. There's a young pitcher down in AAA who's just dominating right now, and it makes you wonder if the Chicago White Sox can hold off on calling him up till May, or if they should just go ahead and get it done early. And you already know who I'm talking about, and that's Noah Schultz. I mean, this kid right here is a phenom right now. Phenom for the Chicago White Sox. You're hearing about him everywhere. If you've not been paying attention to him, just type his name in on Twitter. You'll see his latest outing, which was yesterday. This kid went 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, just one of them earned, and 9 strikeouts. He's 3-0 with a 1.29 ERA down in AAA Charlotte and 14 innings pitched. I mean, you just don't you can't really you can't ignore what he's doing right now. This kid is a monster for the Chicago White Sox in AAA. And it looks like he'll come up here and pitch just as well for the Chicago White Sox. So call this kid up, call him up, because he deserves it, and he's really doing really well down there, man. I mean, I've been he's striking out 9 batters in 5 innings. Ill, just nasty work. Nasty work from someone that we've been paying attention to over here on Chicago White Sox Central for the last couple of seasons. But he's 3-0, 14 innings pitched, and so far in those 14 innings, he has 19 strikeouts. 19 strikeouts, and he's only given up 3 runs. He's only given up four hits in 14 innings. The kid is a monster, man. He's a monster. And at the end of the day, the Chicago White Sox should call him up sooner rather than later. That's about it on the Night's Watch. You already know how I feel about Sam Antonacci. He needs to be called as well. But Chicago White Sox got them one down there in the minors, and he's going to be. I mean, actually, when they call him up, I might try to go to that game to be 100 to check him out. All right, and before we get up out of here, or let me know, of course, what y'all think about Noah White Sox. Let him get a couple of more games under his belt down in Charlotte. Later on today, the Chicago White Sox take on the dreaded Kansas City Royals. Now, the Royals are 5-7 right now to start the season, right? But for some reason, the Chicago White Sox just cannot do anything with these guys. Over the last couple of seasons, they've dominated the Chicago White Sox. It's been really rough. But hey, it's a new season. You got a clean slate. And if the Chicago White Sox want to be taken seriously, they're going to have to win versus divisional opponents. You cannot allow yourself to get dominated the way we've been getting dominated the last 3 seasons. So show up. It's a 4-game series. 2-2 would be great. Obviously, winning the series would be better, but show these guys that you are not the same whipping boys that you've been for the last 3 seasons, and show up to this series, man. It's rough. You're already 1-5 on the road, so that's another thing the Chicago White Sox have to do better. But they're taking on Seth Lugo tonight. He's 1-0 with a 1.59 ERA. He has 9 hits given up in 11 innings, so you can definitely hit the ball, but he does strike out a lot of batters. He struck out 10 batters so far on the season. And Anthony Kay, he's all right. He's been doing okay so far this season. He doesn't have a win, but in 9 innings pitched, he's had 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. He's walked a lot. 6 batters have walked so far, and he's given up 2 home runs. So the offense is going to have to show up tonight if the trend holds and Anthony Kay gives up runs. Chicago White Sox offense is going to have to show up tonight versus Kansas City. But I believe the Chicago White Sox can get the win today, or at least win 2 out of 4 down in Kansas City, and keep inching their way back to respectability in the division. Because, boy, I'm so tired of watching our good guys get smacked around by divisional opponents. All right, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Appreciate all the love and support you guys are giving us here over on the channel. Go ahead and hit me up at Big Kev from the Shy Big Kev from DACHI. And then, of course, Sock Central Pod, ShyWiseSockCentral@gmail.com. Like, comment, share, follow. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports Central family. Type in your favorite Chicago sports team. Put the word Central behind it. You will find one of us. Check out the guy's reaction on Andrew Reese's traded from Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream over on Chicago Sky Central. Of course, we got NBA Central, NFL Central, and the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys, C-Dub and Bobby. The Bulls season is almost over. I think it's like 2 or 3 more games left. But yeah, check out the live calls on that. It's your boy Big Kev holding it down for the South Side. And we're going to holler at you guys next time, man. Peace.
This has been a presentation